Okay, so looking at number one, so y equals -3/4 x plus 3. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to graph these on your calculator. It's going to make things a lot easier for us. I'll also show you a couple tricks. May have seen this before, maybe you haven't. So here's our equation. What you need to do first is click this home button or the on button in order to get to this screen. So if you press on, we will start a new document. Okay. You can say no, you're never going to save your changes. And this time we are graphing. So we'll go to number 2, add graphs. All right. So here's our function. You don't ever have to type in y equals. So we're just going to start with our negative. Okay. Control divide to get my fraction. I've got 3/4. Scroll to the right. We've got x. So -3/4 x plus 3. Okay, once that's typed in, you can press enter. And you can see we have our graph right here. Okay. First of all, our slope, remember, is the number next to the x, right? So this is our -3/4. That's the slope. Your y-intercept is right here on the end. We should know that as well. That is 3. Okay. A nice little trick also. If you go to menu, you can go down to trace and then graph trace. Okay. And you see this point pop up. You can scroll it around. You can see different ordered pairs. Notice right here it says y-intercept at 0, 3. Okay, so our y-intercept is at 3 or 0, 3 if you want to write the whole ordered pair. Notice my x-axis is here. That means my x-axis is down here. I can see it there where it crosses my x-axis. So you could either count over or notice I can scroll to the right and you can see my tracer moving over. And when it hits my x-intercept, okay, it can also be called a 0. Notice it says 0, and it tells me that my x-intercept is at 4, 0, or 4. So it literally tells me my x-intercept. So I know my y-intercept's here, my x-intercept's down here on my x-axis, okay? Another trick, and that's where this table is going to come into play. If you press menu, go down to table, and then split screen table. Okay, so notice we have our x column here. We've got our y column here. So I've got my x values and then my y values. Okay, so looking at this table, I want to know what is y when x is -4. Okay, so my x is 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like my -4 is somewhere up there. Okay, so I'm looking at my x column. I'm going up to when x is -4. And my y value is 6. Okay, now when x is 0, what is y? So I go down. X is 0 here. You can see it here. X is 0. Y is 3. Okay, x is 4. I need to scroll down. There it is. When x is 4, y is 0. One more. Go down to when x is 8. When x is 8, y is -3. Done. Graphed my line. Could figure out my slope and my y-intercept, okay, from my line or from my equation. X-intercept, remember the graph told me just where my line crossed the x-axis. And then I could pull up this handy dandy table to fill in my table of values.